Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Alison Sherwood. I'm the Interim Associate Dean for the College of Natural Sciences. So I'll provide a snapshot of our unit to you today and talk a little bit about the health science initiatives that we have underway and the collaborations that are being conducted. Okay, so the mission of the College of Natural Sciences is really to conduct world-class instruction and research in the basic natural sciences. And so we teach both at the undergraduate and the graduate levels. It's a very large academic college, so this is going to be completely different from the previous two presentations that we just heard from the Cancer Center and from JABSOM. Our enrollment is relatively high, so we have about 2,500 undergraduate majors in the college and about 400 graduate students. And this is supported by our approximately 120 faculty and 55 staff. And so across these 5 academic schools and departments that I'm going to be talking about today and 1 research unit, we offer 23 different undergraduate programs and 17 different graduate degrees. So what I'd like to do today is to show you the highlights of each of these departments and schools. I'm going to talk about the enrollment and the programs that we offer. We'll use this as a springboard to talk about some of the collaborations that can occur with the health sciences and what's in progress already. I'm going to talk about each one of our departments, even though it may not be completely obvious from the start why they may relate to health sciences. I think there are opportunities there for each one of them, and some are probably more obvious than others in terms of how they relate to health sciences. All right, let's start with the Department of Information and Computer Sciences. So this department includes both BA and BS undergraduate degrees, as well as a graduate program. They offer PhD, MS graduate degrees. The Library and Information Sciences program is reorganizing into the College of Social Sciences next year, so it won't be with us much longer. But overall, I just want to show you how undergraduate enrollment has really skyrocketed in this particular department. So over the last 8 years or so, it's really gone up quite a bit. Graduate enrollment has been more stable. We have a couple of new programs within ICS. These include the recently improved data science track for the BS degree. We also have an interdisciplinary certificate, which crosses several different colleges in creative computational media. Research strengths in this department, I'd say, would include data science, cybersecurity, data visualization is a big one here. Our Department of Physics and Astronomy offers undergraduate degrees in physics. Also in collaboration with the Institute for Astronomy, though, it includes a BA degree in astronomy and a BS degree in astrophysics. So these latter 2 degrees are currently being proposed for permanent status. In addition to this, we have MS and PhD degrees in physics. And overall, I'd say that the undergraduate enrollment has been increasing for the department, but the graduate programs have been holding more steady. This is a really research-intensive department, and the research strengths here are along the lines of cosmic ray detection and particle accelerator physics. Okay, our Department of Mathematics offers both undergraduate and graduate degrees in math, and the enrollment in the graduate programs has been more or less steady, while the number of undergraduate majors has decreased recently. But I should point out that math, like a lot of the different CNS programs, does a lot of service teaching. And so just over the last academic year or so, we've had over 14,000 student semester hours accounted for by this department. We have new programs in math. They include a soon to be proposed 4+1 program that we are organizing in collaboration with the College of Education. And this is a program that is meant to graduate students within 5 years with a BA in math and sufficient post-bac training that they qualify for teaching licensure in the state of Hawaii. In addition to that, we have a data science track, which was recently approved for the BS degree in math. So math faculty and students have been involved in several health science related endeavors recently, and these include modeling of the COVID pandemic and modeling of both pharmacokinetics and viral mutations. Great. The Department of Chemistry has both a chemistry and biochemistry undergraduate program, and they offer graduate degrees in chemistry as well. So the biochemistry programs are currently being proposed for permanent status, and that's coming up soon to the Board of Regents. The research strengths in this department include material science, biochemistry, and astrochemistry. There are a number of existing links, I'd say, between chemistry and the health sciences, and I'll highlight those towards the end. And then the School of Life Sciences, this is a large unit. It was formed in 2019 through the merger of 3 departments in our college. These were biology, botany, and microbiology. So they now form the largest unit within the College of Natural Sciences. So this unit has a very strong and obvious ties to the health sciences, as well as a lot of potential for development of new collaborations. So we have 5 distinct undergraduate degree pathways in CNS, and they total about 1,500 majors, and they include biology, botany, molecular cell biology, marine biology, and microbiology. And I'd say enrollment is strong in most of these programs. The graduate programs in life sciences include master's and PhD degree pathways in botany, marine biology, which is joint with SOAST, microbiology, and zoology, and they have a combined enrollment of about 150 students. So academic program changes in the life sciences include the very recent approval of the permanent status for the molecular and cell biology BS degree. We've received approval to provisionally offer a BA degree in marine biology, and we have recent approval of a 4+1 program like I described previously, which is a combination of the BA in biology and education that leads to teaching licensure here. So a couple of research highlights from this unit. I would say that the strengths are largely focused on ecology and evolution of the Hawaiian flora and fauna. But we do have a number of faculty who have more of a cell and molecular approach to their research programs, and a couple of faculty who were in the former Department of Microbiology who very explicitly study human health related topics. Okay, so we have a number of existing health sciences collaborations, and we can group those a couple of different ways. So looking first under curriculum, instruction, and student support. Joe mentioned that we have an MOU that we recently put together regarding instruction and teaching assistant support that just became effective for this semester between the life sciences and the Cancer Center. So this is something that I think is, it's a fabulous model for what we might be able to do in the future, linking together a lot of the research units on campus with the instructional opportunities in our college and other academic units on the Manoa campus. We have some submitted collaborative proposals, for example, our Beckman Scholars proposal, which unfortunately wasn't funded, but we can keep trying. This linked together natural sciences with the Cancer Center and JAPSOM. And Joe also mentioned that we're trying to build connections specifically through the MCB undergraduate degree in life sciences that brings together undergraduates and the researchers in the Cancer Center. There are also a number of faculty research and outreach collaborations that we can mention that are underway. For example, some joint or split faculty appointments. Chemistry and the Cancer Center are one example of that. We have life sciences, relatively high faculty involvement in some of the JAPSOM programs, for example, clinical microbiology, medtech, or as graduate faculty in TrotMed or in the CMB program. Some of our faculty have funded proposals and grants with other units that we've talked about here today. And then finally, I'll mention that through math, we have participation in the Hawaii Pandemic Applied Modeling Work Group. But there's a lot of untapped potential. So lots of ways that I think we can start brainstorming, other ways to bring together the academic programs and the research programs of our faculty here in the College of Natural Sciences with what else is happening at UH Manoa. Sorry, there's a delay on my slides. Okay, so just a couple of thoughts on these closing questions. We talked about coordination across the health sciences. And so I think there are, lots of ways that I'd like to see us talk about this in the future. I think some of the most important things have to do with communication, finally bringing all these partners together into the room to talk about where we can find some overlap and where we can build. So establishing channels of communication among our health science units. I think I really appreciate the opportunity for us to talk briefly about what's going on in each of our units, because it's allowing us to just have a fundamental baseline understanding of what each one of us does and how we can contribute, what we can bring to the table. This will allow us to have more discussions of where we can leverage the strengths of each of our units, where we can build our new pathways, and how to communicate more clearly, I think, across these different units. In terms of benefits, I think CNS will benefit by expanding the research and professional development opportunities for our students. And many of these students are interested in heading out on health science related pathways, including medical schools, professional schools, graduate schools, as well as education. And I think all of these are going to benefit by tying these units together more strongly. And CNS can contribute in a couple of different ways. I think our largest contribution is going to be our students. We have 2,500 undergraduate students, 400 graduate students. Many of these I think would be very interested in the kinds of pathways that we'll forge here. Our faculty, we have many people who are teaching, conducting research, and some I mentioned are very explicitly in health science related fields. Others, not so much, but there might be ways to link this together, and there may be strengths there that we haven't yet tapped to bring together some of the emerging natural science fields into health sciences. And then thirdly, our curriculum. In our curriculum, we have a lot of existing and potential jump-off points, I think, for connecting together these different health science units. So I'm really excited to explore these possibilities with you all. I'll stop there. Mahalo.